and welcome to Nauset News. I'm your anchor, Olivia Bryant. I hope you're all coping well with daylight savings time coming to an end. Hope it wasn't too hard getting up this morning. Okay, I would like to shout out the Nauset Student Council because they have just received the Gold Excellence Award from the Massachusetts Association of School Councils. Say that 5 times fast. Also, if you're looking to support the senior class, consider buying a crumble cookie or a 4-pack from senior class and future U.S. President Brianna Wall. She's handling all the transactions, and I've never had a crumble cookie myself, honestly, but I've heard good and bad, but mostly good things about crumble cookies. So put in your order and help the senior class get the best prom imaginable. Okay, our top story this week is about the MFA field trip that was taken by the AP Art History and Honors Portfolio students. This jacket is actually a tribute to Mr. Clark because he wore one just like it at the MFA. Maybe I stole it, maybe I didn't. But Sophie Moore and Marley DeRuyter are going to be interviewing the elusive camera-shy Mr. Clark, Victor Smith, Nola Keys, and others to hear all about what it was like going on the field trip, what they learned, and just how fun it was. Okay, the Nauset boys hockey team won their game against Scituate 8-0. You know what that means. Their egos are going to be huge for the rest of the year. No, I'm kidding. It means they're going to TD Gardens again. And you can hop on the student fan bus for free after you've paid the $20 ticket fee. That means on the way up to Boston, you can chat, you can cheer, you can sports gamble. It'll be great. Okay, for sports, Beltron will be interviewing James Breda, who is not a hockey player. He is a baseball player, and he's going to talk to us all about the upcoming baseball season. We also have a charcuterie board of other talent and sports trivia, which is the new segment that you've seen. After that, it's an extra long department check-in hosted by me. I'll be interviewing David Donovan, one of the freshman English and senior creative writing teachers here. We're going to be learning all about his freshman students' Odyssey paintings. It will be just as entertaining as it sounds. Okay, after that, we have Daily Diva hosted by me, Sports Desk hosted by Beltran, Jack, and Hunter, and Street Talk hosted by the Three Amigos. I've been your anchor, Olivia Bryant. Please enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Marley DeRuyter here with this week's top story, and today we're going to be talking to the history teacher, Mr. Clark, about the recent trip to the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. So my first question for you is, why do you guys do this trip?
So we've done the trip for years as part of the kind of central curriculum of the AP Art History class. Art in a real space, in real time, is just dramatically different than a two-dimensional projection of a digital image on a screen. I think a lot of students talk about the soul of the art. Like you can look at it and feel it when you're there. And plus you get so much more depth and detail to the work of art. So I think it's useful for students who've been studying for a long time, looking at just kind of two-dimensional images on a screen, to go see art in person and sort of feel it and get the really kind of close-up experience.
Nice. Is there like an objective for students when they get there? Is it like an activity that they have to do?
Oh, so I have over the years done a variety of different approaches, from very over the kind of prescriptive, go to this room and look at this piece, go to that room and look at this piece, go to this room and look at that piece, to much more open-ended. I think we're on the open-ended level now, although after COVID I again changed things around so that students can kind of see big chunks of the museum and think about work we've studied this year while they're in the museum, so that there's something they can kind of look at and see and compare to something they've thought of in kind of 2 dimensions. But it changes every year, so it happens.
Cool. And what have you learned from doing this trip throughout the years?
Wow. Oh, okay. What I've learned is two-dimensional art's not that effective, right? The computer screens don't capture much about art. And what I've found is our students go there and really kind of soak it up. The other thing I've learned is Nauset students are spectacular, right? Going for years to this museum, it's been an unbelievable string of successes. The kids buy in, they work hard, they get a lot out of it. And as a teacher, it's just an enormous pleasure to be there. I wish every parent could watch their children from afar as they go, because over the years, having had a number of parent chaperones, one of the things they always say is they're always impressed by the level students are thinking at and kind of engaging at. And so I wish every parent of every child could be there to kind of go, wow, my kid's doing that? You know, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah. And do you have like a favorite piece or a favorite like wing of the museum?
Yeah, Noelle, I do. Yeah, I really do. I have probably my favorite piece of art in the world is a huge painting by a guy named John Singer Sargent, the daughters of Edward Darley Boyd. And it's 4 girls in this really complex scene. And what's interesting is in the painting there are these 2 giant vases, and in the museum the 2 vases they actually travel with on either side of the painting. Huge disappointment this year because I went up on a Saturday to do recon, and by the time we got there Wednesday they lent that painting out to another museum. So can't get everything you want. So.
Well, thank you. This has been Mr. Clark, and this is your top story.
Thank you very much. Take care. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm here with Nola, and we're going to be asking some questions about the MFA trip. So what would you say was your favorite part of the trip?
I really enjoyed looking at all the pieces, especially the ones we'd seen in class. It was interesting to get like a new perspective on them. Like with the slave trip, I was actually able to see the details when seeing it in person. Yeah. That was interesting.
And do you have like a favorite art piece you think from the MFA?
I liked a piece called Untitled. I don't remember the artist's name, but it was a like ghostly woman with like this kind of abstracted fox behind her, and I thought that was really interesting to look at.
Cool. And what'd you have to do when you were there? Like, was there an objective?
We had to answer a few questions, but honestly, it wasn't too much work. There was some questions about the pieces we'd seen in class and some paintings that looked very similar to them. Mm-hmm. So there was that, but most of it we were just able to like look around.
And do you think that helped you, like, in art history, it helped you, like, your understanding of the course?
Oh, definitely. I was able to, one, see the pieces with more detail, but more importantly than that, I was able to see similar pieces to that ones I'd seen, so I was able to get a greater perspective. Like with the power figures, I was able to see ones that were similar to that.
Yeah. And would you recommend going to the MFA to other people?
Yeah, definitely. Even if you aren't in AP art history, it's like got a lot of cool stuff in there. Like this video installation me and my group saw, a bunch of cool stuff, even if you don't take the class.
Well, thank you, Nola, and this has been your top story. Hi, I'm here with Addie and Ava, and they also went on the MFA trip. I'm going to ask them some questions. So, how was the trip for you guys?
It was really fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
There was a lot of freedom to like walk around on your own and stuff.
Yeah, especially after studying it in art history.
It was so cool to see
it
them
in person.
Yeah. And do you guys have like a favorite piece that you saw there?
I feel like we learned a lot about slave ships, so to see that in person and see them like more intense detail in person was really cool. I also loved the interactive one.
The movie.
The movie
I was
was
gonna
really
say that
cool.
too.
Yeah.
It's like the ocean one.
Yeah.
It's really long though.
I really liked that everyone had like the freedom to kind of look and explore their own things.
Yeah. And I know you guys both do portfolio and art history. Was like, how was that for you guys? Like, did you have to do some certain things for each class?
We did have like a writing thing for the portfolio too, so that was the only thing that I didn't like. But
Yeah. I went last year with just portfolio, and then this year it's kind of two completely different things. It's like portfolio is kind of taking the art in, but
so maybe she's just not here yet.
art history is more of what we studied, so it was like different trips.
And was it nice to have both perspectives of like portfolio and art history?
Yeah.
Because art history was like more like taking in that like you're literally seeing
I'll go look
what
for
you
it.
learn about in person, and then art like for portfolio was more like
It
knowing
kind of been inspired
Yeah,
future
exactly.
pieces too. See
Yeah.
what other people
Lots
are
of
doing.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And would you guys recommend going to the MFA for
Yes.
anyone?
Yes, it was an amazing trip, an amazing experience.
Well, thank you guys. We're here with this week's top story, and today we're going to be talking about the art history and portfolio field trip that happened recently to the MFA. And I know that you were on the trip. Can you tell us about it?
I was on the trip. I really enjoyed all the Egyptian and African things that were there. I didn't really pay attention to any of the paintings because I was just so moved by all the awesome artifacts and things that they found.
Nice. And are you in art history or portfolio?
I am in art history.
Cool. And how did like being in that class influence like your experience at the MFA?
I didn't do the paper that we were supposed to do because I wanted to look at the things free and untethered.
That's nice. Would you recommend people to go to the MFA?
I would recommend people to go to the MFA. It was very awesome.
Thank you.
You're
This has
welcome.
been your top story.
Hello, Nauset News. This is Department Check-In. I'm Olivia Bryant here with one of the English teachers, Mr. Donovan. He teaches creative writing and freshman English, which is what we're going to focus on today, because turns out his freshman English students have some serious artistic talent. So, these little things scattered in front of us are all mini canvases that his freshmen painted with scenes from the Odyssey, which they have been learning about for the past probably 9 months. It's such a long book. So, could you care to tell us about it?
That was very funny. 9 months. That's good. It seems like 9 months. Well, yes, we're in the midst of the Odyssey. We're about halfway through right now, and we've just passed the flashback chapters, the chapters where Odysseus is telling the Phaeacians all about what happened to him from the time he left Troy to the time he washed up on their shores. And the kids loved that part, and I figured, a couple of years ago, why not show those chapters in the form of art? So we actually, I just want to, do you have a question? I'm hogging it all here.
You seem to have so much passion. I feel like you should continue. Oh, actually, could you tell me why one of these is a rock and the others are little mini canvases?
Funny you should mention that. I was going to talk about the rock. So I used to have the kids find a rock on the beach, a smooth one that would, lend itself to paint.
On the beach like Odysseus.
Exactly. The shores of Ithaca. Some kids went to Greece. No, they didn't. So, that worked well. I've got a few examples, but one example I have here is Odysseus tied to the mast, most likely listening to the siren song of the sirens, probably telling him all kinds of good things like, come to our island so we can kill you. And so, that worked out fine, but one of the things was some kids would forget to get rocks, so I figured maybe with a little, funding, I would procure some canvases, and that's what we did. So this year was really special. I gave them canvases, I got some of my own paints, acrylic, I'm not messing around with watercolor, that's for babies. So oils, nope, not happening. Didn't have any solvents.
This ain't AP art history.
No, it ain't. So English teacher. So we dove in. I had them do a little research. Hey, what's your favorite scene? What would you like to depict on canvas? And then they went on online, went to Google, went to the Google, and found an image that they would like to portray. And the work has been amazing. We gotta do a little zoom in here. All right, sorry, that one's mine. We weren't supposed to show that one. That's Polyphemus.
Don't pass that on
no,
as a
it really
freshman.
it took me a while on this one, okay? But I had more time, so I only gave the kids, a couple hours. Anyway, let's not talk about me. Look at this one.
It's amazing what you can do in a couple hours. I mean, look at the detailing on this. We've got what looks like a mini fine point Sharpie with eyelashes. Like, look at this eye. It looks like me when I wake up in the morning.
You know what? Actually, it looks like me when I wake up in the morning.
Oh my
Same
God.
hairline.
Oh my God.
All right, so listen. This student, I don't want to embarrass anybody, but this student missed the first day of painting. That was in one session.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Did this student also miss the
No,
first
that
day
was
of
2
painting?
sessions. That was really good.
Good,
That's
because
good
I can
stuff.
tell. It looks incredible. The black is so nice, so solid. It's
Okay.
incredible.
What else can we look
This
at?
scene we have the magical Scylla and Charybdis, which is one of Odysseus's many trials. He has to choose between a monster and a huge whirlpool. As you can see here, he is sliding past that whirlpool, getting ever so close. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen.
How did you remember that? That was 3 years ago.
Well, the Odyssey is an unforgettable book.
Of course, that's why we have the word Odyssey in
I
our
know.
language today.
I must say, I wish you'd have taught it to me, though. 'cause
Oh,
this
I don't
seems like
know.
incredible. This seems incredible.
Sometimes I can be silly. Okay, so this is Circe I think she's already given Odysseus's men a little snack because one of them is an oinker.
Oh my god,
Remember that?
I do remember that.
Ah, we love that. Okay, I think they had it coming to them. They were rather rude.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh, this is Odysseus listening to the sirens, whereas this is a full body shot of Odysseus.
This is a close-up.
Exactly, and you know, he just, I don't know.
I can feel the pain.
Me too, I can. All right, what else we got?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, got a little caught up there. But we have to wrap it up. This has been so much fun. This puts the fun in funding. Thank you so much, Mr. Donovan, for this incredible interview.
Thank you.
I'm so touched by that. And if you viewers at home were entertained at all by this, tune in very soon when we talk about Mr. Donovan's chainsaw skills. He did this. He is so good at a chainsaw, he could blind Poseidon's son.
And look, nothing happened either.
Nothing happened!
Just kidding!
Oh my god, you goofball! Hello, Nauset News. I'm Olivia Bryant here with today's Daily Diva, a familiar face, things to do expert, Sophie Moore.
Hi. I see your outfit, it's wonderful. I'm seeing fishnets, I'm seeing leg warmers and furry boots and Spider-Man puppets. Oh my god, there's so much happening. Tell me all about it.
Okay, well, I mean, these furry boots, I wear these all the time because they are so warm and very comfortable. They keep my feet nice and warm. These are like 2 pairs of socks that I'm wearing on top of the tights. I think these tights were actually gifted to me by a friend, so I don't know where they're from.
How lovely.
Yeah, and then these shorts are thrifted, and then this shirt is also thrifted, I believe.
Last week we had a fellow thrifter on Daily
Yes,
Diva.
yeah.
Where do you thrift?
Well, some of it is from Depop, and then I also thrift. I think she did say she thrifted at Savers, which is the same place where I go.
Nice.
It's off Cape, but
This is not sponsored,
not
by the way.
sponsored by Savers, but it is off Cape. But everything there is so cheap, and it's really like just nice clothes that it's like so inexpensive.
Speaking of nice, the rims of your glasses are really nice. Can we get a close-up of the glasses?
Yes.
Where do you find frames with such personality?
I got these off of Pinterest, actually. I found a picture of them, and then I reverse image searched them to see if they actually sold, and they did, so that's
The luck!
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about your bracelets? I see we're stacked to the heavens.
We
on
are
bracelets.
stacked. Half of these bracelets are not mine. They are my girlfriend's, and then others they've all been gifted to me. I don't think I've bought any of them.
Wow.
And then I have some hair ties thrown in there as well.
Just in case someone needs it?
Yeah, just in case someone needs it, or I also take classes where I need to put my hair up, so.
Oh, what classes are those?
Clay, I take clay that needs your hair up, and then also jewelry. He makes us put our hair up for that as well, so.
You seem like a jewelry expert. I
I
can't
am.
imagine there's much more you have to learn.
I mean,
look at the spider web nose
yeah.
ring.
Yeah, it actually is the most annoying nose ring I own, but it's also the cutest one.
Well, you gotta do it for the fashion.
Yeah.
This is Daily Diva. Come on.
Of course.
And I must say, I love that you're trying to placebo affect yourself into thinking it's spring.
Yeah, I'm
We're
dressing like it's
outside.
warm. It is like 40 degrees or something
I'm
like
cold. I have 2 pairs of tights on and I'm cold.
that. Yeah.
So should we wrap up the interview then? It's getting a little bit frigid out here.
It is getting a little cold.
Thank you so much, Sophie.
You're
You are
welcome.
a great
Thank you for having
diva.
Hello, this is Nauset News. I'm with James Rita from the baseball team. How do you think this season is going to go?
Hopefully well. We got a lot of arms this year. We can stay healthy. I think we'll be pretty solid.
How do you think the New York trip is going to go? Do you think you're going to guys win the tournament?
We should go well. I mean, even if we lose, it's just good for reps. You know, last year we didn't have many scrimmages before the year, and we, came out kind of flat sometimes in the beginning of the year. So playing good competition early will be good for us.
How are you thinking about your teammate Michael this month?
Michael's been practicing a lot. We've been getting a lot of work in the weight room. Should hopefully be starting this year.
Yeah, I don't see that workout in Michael body, but
He's been working out.
yeah. And how much do you think you're going to be getting home run this season?
Hopefully they kind of just come that's not the goal. Go up there and hit the ball the other way, maybe knock one in the gap, but if home run comes, we'll take it.
What do you think about the team Bishop here?
We don't play Bishop.
Alright, thank you very much. This is awesome news.
Hello, this is Jack Butler. We're here at Jack's. We're doing trivia popping. Who's on the NBA logo? This is Nauset News. We're here with Andrew, a hockey player. How does it feel in the hockey season, like at this point?
Feels great, we're getting in pretty far, we're undefeated right now. It's exciting.
Yes, you think that you're going to make it to TD Garden again?
Say we have a good chance. I don't want to jinx anything, but confident.
What's the team's mentality going on right now?
Last year it was more like, we wanted to make it to the Garden, but this year we want to win at the Garden,
Alright, this has been Nauset News. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Welcome to Street Talk. I'm Olivia Bryant. This is John Ellis. Today we're going to be doing is there more doors or wheels in the world? Let's get to it.
I'm here with Giselle, are there more wheels or doors in the world?
In my opinion, I think there's more wheels in the world.
What?
Because there's more cars and doors.
Cars have doors too? Or doors?
Well, that's true, but in my opinion, I just think wheels.
I don't think you're right.
That's what you think.
Thank you.
I'm here, Mrs. Peters. Mrs. Peters, do you think there's more wheels or doors in the world?
I would really want to do some research to give a more informed opinion on this, but off the top of my head, I would think maybe wheels, because in my head I'm picturing like even the smallest little wheels that like run assembly lines in factories, and I think those would add up and maybe exceed the number of doors. But once you leave, I'm probably gonna Google that and see what I find out.
All right, thank you.
I'm here with Victor. Victor, do you think there's more doors or wheels in this world?
I think there are more doors.
Why do you say that?
Because everyone else is thinking about real doors and wheels. Meanwhile, we got to think about metaphorical doors, like a door you open into a decision you make. It exists on the same level.
I didn't even think about it like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with James. Do you think there's more wheels or doors in the world?
It's got to be wheels.
Why do you think that?
There's like cars, toy cars,
That's true. That's
rolling chairs. It's got to be wheels.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
I'm here with Gavin Sobe. Gavin, do you think there's more doors or more wheels?
Think about it, probably more doors.
That's what I'd say. Why do you think that?
Because there's doors on. Where's the wheel in here? And then also, there's like 4 doors on cars. Oh, there's also 4 wheels. But then there's also, like, if you count the back, that's like the 5th door.
I see what you mean.
I'm here for is there more doors or wheels in the world?
I'd say there's probably more wheels because cars have 4 wheels. So it just makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm here with Andrew Freda. Do you think there's more wheels or doors in the world?
Definitely doors.
Why would you say that?
Because doors have been a thing for very long, and there's millions, if not billions, of houses.
Thank you very much, Andrew. That was your street talk for the week. If I were to answer the question, I'd have to say there's more doors than there are wheels in this world. What about you, DeAndre?
Doors, hotels, solo, alone. What about you, Zach?
Hotels, because there's a lot of doors in hotels.
Alright.